Any other greatest hits from the 80s you want to reference before we get rolling here, Michael?
I almost said might as well jump, but I don't think that's in the 80s, so I'm just going to shut up.
Well, that's from the Van Halen album 1984, so
Oh,
technically,
I was
yes.
right.
Furthermore, not exactly qualifying as a one-hit wonder, but that's
There, I
okay.
guess.
He's
We
like
know
Van
where-
Halen who?
Yeah, we know where Michael stands on that now.
Actually,
I mean, I'm not sure that Wolfgang even counts as a one-hit wonder at this point. He's probably got at least 2 in the barrel.
Have you been seeing the videos then that I have, Michael? Is that why Van Halen's in your head? It's of him doing all the "Oh God, I'm running" clips.
No.
They have the raw vocals for it, so they'll throw it over other people's music. They're like, "Oh God!"
no, but that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, there's a TikTok account called what is it? I Ruined It, or There I Ruined It. It's where we got the Smash Mouth video from.
And I will always be grateful for having that in my life. But yeah.
But anyway, it's on there if you have an interest. I'll try and find it for you.
Okay, cool, because I have an interest, but not that much of an interest.
If you need one more reason to drop the toaster tonight,
Yeehaw.
here's a TikTok.
Yeah, I'll just say don't check your inbox, Shane. On TikTok.
I never do.
At this point, you're probably safer as like creating a new account and not telling us, so that I have no way to send you anything.
How do you know he hasn't already done that?
I've made a conscious decision. I think like a week ago. I was like, I'm done. I can't make him go commit die over a TikTok feed. I'm done. I can't send him anything anymore.
Well, speaking of content that you're actively avoiding, Heil, and by the eternal, behold,
Behold.
Well,
it's the Disinformed podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
And for the 3 of you left, thank you. So lovely to see you again. But at this point, we're going to start playing some weird time travel math because we haven't performed at Fan Fusion yet. But you're hearing this after Fan Fusion's occurred. So either we have completely combusted and I am presently incarcerated, or things went marvelously. And welcome to all of our new listeners. We're thrilled to have you here.
I didn't expect there to be so much mayo on the floor. I just didn't expect it. I've never been to a con, and I didn't expect there to be mayonnaise
I don't want to
everywhere.
go.
I don't know how to react to that.
I didn't know how to react to it either.
I'm just
Well,
picturing he's carrying a giant jar of mayo and he's like, "Whoa!"
Well, you order the spicy tuna. This is what you get.
Basically, Michael sees me as Kevin Malone from The Office carrying in
That's
his world-famous
what
chili.
popped into my head. Yeah.
This is what it feels like to be Michael on a show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get that reference at all.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, the office is a vehicle.
It's a vehicle?
Yes, yeah.
Like a RAV4?
I figured someone would interrupt me before I finished, so that's why I trailed off there.
Well, I have a new part-time job at a place called Schrute Farms, which I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to be just harvesting any number of vegetables.
Do you feel pretty beat when you're done?
Yeah, mostly. But I beat all the time. That's, it's the Meat Beat Manifesto.
Yeah.
It's like, that's
And,
your motto.
Can I?
Yeah,
Well, it's a mantra more than anything, but
That's fair. Yeah.
beat the meat. Beat the meat.
Speaking of beating meat, can I share a quick life update that I think at least Michael will find entertaining?
What are you, Rocky Balboa now? Or?
Yeah. I found a game that's going to replace Dead by Daylight in my heart.
Oh, no.
So John finally made it to Hatoful Boyfriend.
I did.
Yay!
No, fuck that. No.
Oh, shit. Fuck
Yeah,
your game.
I don't put it past you, but
Whew.
Evil Dead the game just came out, and it's basically the same concept-ish as Dead by Daylight, except with actual combat and a more mechanically dense environment. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, it is very fun.
I deal with enough dense things in the course of my daily life. I don't think I need to add to the quota, but
I'm right here.
and I hate to confess, because after watching Doctor Strange, like, Sam Raimi and I aren't friends, and I don't think we ever have been, and I don't know why, but yeah, we don't get along.
Well, if it's possible to say without spoilers, why did you not like the new Doctor Strange? Because I liked it in the same way that I go into Marvel movies and I'm like, I just want to go in and be entertained and then leave. But I did have gripes, and I think I told you those, and I won't say them on air.
Okay. I don't think we've discussed it,
Okay.
but and we'll keep this as spoiler free as humanly possible. But yeah, it's really hyperbolic in a lot of weird ways, and tonally, it feels like a really bizarre mixture of a movie. Like it has that same, like Scott Erickson's, or someone that or Scott Derrickson, I can't recall, but
Erickson.
Yeah, it rhymes.
Rarickson.
And when we had talked about sort of dealing with Sinister and that weird tonal shift that takes place in that movie, I thought he would have done the same for the original Doctor Strange. Didn't happen. Like, stayed pretty consistent, had these weird ominous overtones, but was still generally kind of lighthearted where it needed to be. This one felt like a weird, like, teeter-totter that was really trying to be, you know, the Evil Dead tone, and it just didn't work for me in the context of that film, and there were some very over-the-top performances that I just didn't dig, but that's
Did
me.
you like some of the cameos, though? Because I feel like some of
The cameos were fun,
there
but
was
again,
a big
it's
fist pump moment for me in the theaters, and it was
awkward.
Yeah, everyone else is just sitting there. He's just pumping his fists like, yeah,
Okay,
give me
this-
those cameos.
Oh,
This is
different
literally
context.
this is
Okay.
literally
that's fair.
Alright.
Pumping his fist. Okay, gotcha.
this is not a spoiler if I just keep it to this sentence because Shane will appreciate it. Becky and I, and then the couple to our right, laughed with us, and we were the only 4 people in the theater that laughed when they were informed of an organization's name inside of the movie, and the organization's name was the Illuminati.
I like
scared
that,
her away.
I like that we lost Courtney the moment that
left.
you mentioned that thing that
Well, the
she's
thing
not
is,
a part
it's because
of.
Spoilers, I'm gone.
Hey, don't rag on her. She's smart. She's running away the moment she hears the word Illuminati, which is what you should always do if you
Indeed.
hear the words Illuminati. You
Well,
should
if
run.
you'll remember, we were invited to be part of the Illuminati, and we joined like midway through season 2.
We did. We actually
Yeah.
did join the Illuminati. We've been proud members, card carrying even.
Yes. So, firstly, trademark infringement on Marvel Studios. I'm really upset about that. Furthermore, we've got major beef with Fox as well because we've been pressing the Hellfire Club lawsuit for years now.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That's why
So I
legal's
mean,
so busy.
yeah. I mean, we're just swinging depositions at people these days. But so in any event, yeah, it was an entertaining movie and it had some very redeeming points, but yeah, I left feeling more confused and disheartened than I walked into the movie, and that's not necessarily the feeling I think they
Interesting.
want you to have.
You know
So
what?
you'd say that it kind of drove you mad, like you experienced a bout of madness, right?
Why do you look like fucking Mac from Always Sunny when you're intentionally trying to be annoying?
It's a gift. It's a gift.
I will say, as an earnest compliment, that you do have a resemblance to the dude who plays Mac, and it's a very handsome resemblance. So, well
Thank you.
done, you silly shirt-wearing looking shit.
So you can be Mac, I will be Big Mac, and John will be Mayor McCheese.
I think if anything, I'm a Charlie for sure. You know, probably the same intelligence. And
He's
I also
more a grimace.
have had experience with bird law and with handling rats. So
I actually described one of my former managers as the Grimace. She had this weird, like, propensity for just dancing into a room to try to express her joy about things. And I was just like, between the body shape and the movements, I was like, oh God, the Grimace is back. And if I learned nothing from Clerks, the animated series, it's that nothing can kill the Grimace.
So together, you were the black blur and the grimace.
Essentially, we had a morning show for about 2 years in Los Angeles. It was a lot of fun. Pew, 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 pew.
I see. You still have the soundboard. That's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But speaking of bored sounds, I hear you out there, audience. But for those of you who are blissfully uninitiated with the show, what we typically do here is we delve into random esoteric topics, and in the course of explaining them to one another, we lie occasionally. It is an awful lot of fun. And the point of the show is for we, the co-hosts, to then try to ferret out the fact from fiction. And unfortunately, however, even if we are successful, there are no points, and there can be no victory. But we don't allow you to leave here disinformed, friends. Let me just disabuse you of that notion. No, we have a little denouement at the end of the episode. We explain what we lied about and why, so that we can all just mirthfully join together in our joy. And this evening, Courtney has got something very intriguing. I know because I read all of her notes.
No.
Spoilers.
Yikes. Well, before we get started, I do have to give, as of recording, it is Jess's birthday, and Jess has done tons of wonderful art for all of us in different fashions, but specifically our logo. Our logo. So happy birthday, Jess.
Happy birthday, Jess. And that's at Bad Artist Jessie on Instagram if you want to go send her money and stuff.
Mind the stuff, because Kristen might be sending her undergarments if you encourage that. But yes, happy birthday to you, you marvel of a woman, you. And as of right now, we have been able to boast her artwork and the artwork of Superfan Steven, because the logos for both are included in the printed format for Fan Fusion and on the online. So we are one of the few groups I noticed that actually had our own designated logo for the course of everything. The rest was just kind of the generic, ubiquitous ones. So hooray.
Who knows? Maybe we're going to get more local listeners. That'd be fucking rad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because then they can find us.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I think I know where this bitch works. And then before you know it, I am granted the sweet, sweet release of death.
I was going to get there before you, hopefully. But
not if I get there first.
We're presenting it like Fan Fusion and not the NRA meeting, right? Like, I don't think these people are going to come for us.
We're in Arizona. There's still a possibility of getting shot.
I just read The Outsider, so anything's possible.
Well, stay gold, pony boy.
Wrong one.
So I have 3 lies for you guys today.
Ooh.
Everything in the world is going to shit, so I wanted a nice, light episode
thank you.
for today, because...
Well, I thought Tegan and Sarah said everything's awesome.
Yeah, everything is cool when you're part of the team. And you can hit subscribe to join our team.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You actually managed to nail a segue, and
yes!
That's it. I'm out.
End the episode. We're done. Wrap it up.
I like that
and I'm Michael.
Oh. I like that Michael is like spending so much time on YouTube lately, like probably more so than usual, that he understands where usual ad breaks would be. So he's trying to impose ad breaks when they don't exist yet.
Fingers crossed.
Well, zippity zoop, we're out of here.
I'm Michael.
So, I've been told that I love really ugly things.
Hey.
Careful about how you talk about my boyfriend.
We'll get to that. When I was a kid, pugs were my favorite thing, and everyone said, "Ew, those are ugly little dogs." They were wrong.
They're always wrong.
As a preteen, Kevin Jonas was my favorite Jonas brother because I thought he was underappreciated and really cute. And then when Les Mis the movie came out, I had a big crush on Eddie Redmayne, and I've been told that he looks like a horse, but I just don't see it.
No, that's Sarah Jessica Parker.
Hold on, I gotta look up. Say, who's this fella again?
He's
Eddie
the
Redmayne.
main guy in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, right?
Yes.
Indeed.
Okay.
Correct.
And also plays the son in The Good Shepherd, if you want to go deep cuts here.
Oh, he is incredibly
I'm shallow
handsome.
cuts here.
Jonah thinks he looks like a horse. I don't know.
I would let that horse do
Does he
things
need to get
me.
his glasses checked? 'Cause,
Maybe.
Well, I saw a picture of Jonah looking like Emperor Palpatine, so...
Do it.
I'll send you that video later, Michael. You'll appreciate it. But according to my husband, I also only am attracted to ugly celebrity men, and so he has thus deducted that he is also ugly based on my tastes. So that's something. And I apologize because I thought all of you were good-looking guys, but apparently you're ugly, so I don't know what to tell you.
It's probably how Logan feels when people compare us in public. He's probably like,
I look like him?
God, I hope I'm not that ugly.
Gonna have to hit the Huel super hard next week.
We are not fucking talking about Huel on this podcast. It's never gonna fucking happen.
Man,
Well, okay, there's
You
a
have-
story there.
Fuck.
you have no
No.
idea how angry I am right now, though, because of those two fucks, I get almost nothing but Huel ads on YouTube, and I was like, I've never mentioned this thing at all, but now, because my phone spied on us, we're dead.
Yep. Good for you if it works. Good for you, but shut the fuck up.
If I wanted to drink dry magma, I'd just go to Hawaii and throw myself in a volcano.
But anyway, you were speaking of a horse.
Well, now people are trying to tell me that opossums are ugly, and I just won't have it. In fact, I believe that I identify with opossums on such a deep level that that's the topic of our episode today.
Michael, what's this pained look on your face?
Why are you saying opossums?
Oh, you're about to learn something today, Michael.
I mean, there are
Like
two separate
possums.
animals here, friend.
Oh, I guess that's fair.
So start there.
Okay.
You'll have to excuse Michael.
Fine.
He's in a vacation state of mind today.
Indeed.
I'm in Hawaii in my own mind.
I'm just picturing like a little surfer riding the wave of his hair.
And here's another layer for you. A little speech bubble. It says, "Life's a beach."
That would be beautiful art.
Okay, so since everyone is now moving on to new nicknames, since we've got the Shredder officially featured on the podcast, a poor, apparently we're going to be changing Michael over to Point Break, and it'll be a grand time for everybody.
So, Michael, Point Break was a vehicle driven by...
Several vehicles, in fact, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, sorry, Courtney.
No, I expect this now. It's fine. This is my life.
She's
Becky
one of
and I-
us now.
Becky and I had a conversation, and I heard that exact sentence. This is my life now. I've come to expect this.
And secondary plug, since we're already in a pause mode, I've told Courtney I can't listen to her other show, because if anyone's going to be talking over her, it's got to be me. And I refuse to let somebody else do it. Like, I respect Courtney too much to let someone else interrupt her thoughts.
How noble of you.
Yeah, I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm a proprietary bastard like that.
Fantastic.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
We haven't even gotten through your intro.
Well, what I should have done, truthfully, is my first couple paragraphs are actually an old folk tale, and I should have just sent it to Shane and made him read it, but I'm just gonna stumble my way through it.
It's not too
and
late.
we'll
We
see
can
how it
edit.
goes.
We can edit a sharp cut and just put Shane's voice right in there. You can send it right now.
I like how the not editor is saying that we can just do these cuts.
Sorry, I also edit a show now, so...
Oh, look at this hot
Oh
shit
my
over here.
God.
God damn.
I
Oh.
want to go home.
You
I
How
mean,
did
you
you
are
manage to
home?
get into that room? Your head's too big. Whew.
Sorry, I had to dab my eyes with $100 bills real quick.
Yeah, that's also because he was dabbing something else before we started, so
Not yet, not today.
trying to see through the fumes.
More like a diesel nightmare.
So to kick us off with possums, I found this really amazing Choctaw folklore of how the possum got its tail, and it was just too great to not share it with you guys. Now, I will clarify, in this story, whoever wrote it decided to go with just possum instead of opossum. There is some debate as to whether or not the O is silent, which I thought was really interesting in my research.
That's a lie.
No, it's totally true.
That's why I was like pained when she kept saying opossum.
Well, opossum, my possum, Michael. Get with it.
I'm glad that you did that. That's how I was feeling too every single time that you pronounce it. Oh, possum.
All right. So I'll be saying possum because that is what's written.
What the liberal
Yeah.
cucks want.
Like me.
The possum used to have a voluptuous, colorful, beautiful tail, and the possum was very vain. Like I told you, this has a lot of common for me. The possum would go around to the fox and say, "Look at my beautiful tail," and the fox would be like, "That's great, possum," because
Good
the
for
fox
you.
didn't really care.
Sorry. That's great. Good for you.
I love that for you.
It's great.
Good job.
Then
By the way,
possum
we
would-
both eat garbage.
You're like, you're not better than me.
The fuck you think you are?
Then the possum would go to the bear and say, "Look how beautiful my tail is. Don't you wish you had a tail that was as nice as mine? Yours is so short." Next, the possum would go to the coyote and he would say, "Look how beautiful my tail is. It's so much better than yours." Basically, the possum just went around to everybody and bragged about his beautiful, perfect tail. And all tails should be like his. All the animals got together, and Coyote, the trickster in a lot of cultures, was like, "We have an idea, and we're trying to figure out what to do with the possum for being too vain with his tail." So Coyote came up with a plan. The next day, the possum was doing her rounds, bragging about her tail and rubbing it in everyone's face. The possum went up to the raccoon and
What is
was
this, a
like,
strip
"Do you
club?"
like my tail?" What?
I said, what is this, a strip club?
Yes,
Oh,
the
this is
possum
free.
just going around the pole like, "Guys, do you like it?"
Usually I have
$5.
Yeah,
Usually I have to pay for this kind of rubbing, but
possum hanging out over at the peach crease again.
uh-oh.
Gentlemen, please.
Wonderful reference, thank you.
Mm.
So the raccoon's like, "That's great, but you know what would make it more beautiful?" And the possum sat there and thought about it and was like, "No, what?" And the raccoon said, "If it had stripes like mine, wouldn't it be so much better?" Possum agreed and thought stripes would make his tail better. So he begged and begged Raccoon to tell him how to get the stripes on his tail. So the raccoon, influenced by the coyote, told the possum to wrap stripes of material around the parts of the tail where they wanted to have the stripes.
Oh man, I
And
thought it was
then-
like there's this great little place over on Fifth Avenue. This girl does it for me. It's marvelous.
Just ask for Tiffany. She does it right every time.
Every single time. She hasn't burnt any of my, general bits.
No, unfortunately, the possum has to learn a lesson. Otherwise, this story just is worthless.
Damn it.
Pass.
Point.
So the possum wraps the material around his tail where they want the stripes to be, and it sets it on fire, which is what the raccoon had instructed.
See, you should have gone to Tiffany.
Don't try this
the-
at home, kids.
The bushy fur on their tail got burnt, and he was screaming all around. He was so upset because his beautiful tail was now skinny little pink thing. And that's why the possum has the tail that it does today. The
We've
other
all
animals
been there.
said,
Mhm.
True. Fact.
the other animals said, "You better remember not to be so vain, because things like this will happen." And now this is why all the possum's tails look as they do.
If karma were this quick, we would have a lot more defaced people on the planet.
That's very true.
I think the moral of the story really is just don't compare your tail to other people, guys. You're always going to be disappointed.
I mean,
so
it's
you're
true.
saying everyone here also has a tail?
Winks into camera.
the difference is that I can take mine out and just put it in when I feel like it.
Oh.
Kinky.
part of the furry coalition, I see.
He's all sitting there like, why would the possum like try and design the tail? You could just take it out and put in a new one. There you go, stripes. It's perfect.
How do you
Every
guys
afternoon
manage
in
it?
John's house is like the opening scene of Carrie. He's like facing the mirror. Plug it up. Plug it up.
Oh my god, that is not a blessed reference.
So I'll be honest, their tails are weird. They are gross. But otherwise, the possum is a perfect animal and could not be any more cute. That's just the way it is.
I thought it was going to be the story was like, it fainted at a party like it's prone to doing. And then, as most sophomoric hazing, they just shaved it off.
Oh, possum's passed out on the couch again. You know what that means.
Possum doesn't have eyebrows or a tail.
Oh no. Oh. We will get into playing possum because I actually learned some things I didn't know about that. So it'll be really fun. But as Michael is upset about already, opossum and possum are two different animals.
Damn right.
They are both marsupials, and marsupials, if you don't know, are mammals that raise their young in a pouch. That's like the biggest distinction. You could get into a whole bunch of other sciencey shit, but I'm not Michael.
I like the sneer, like snarl of derision you had there, Michael.
He's like, well, I would have gone into a 2-hour-long episode about the differences between opossum and possum.
You would have given her that Willem Dafoe grin and said, well, I'm something of a scientist myself.
You would have been like, lemurs!
Wait, are they marsupials? I don't even know.
You're
No.
getting him horny again. Jesus Christ. He took another fucking edible before
Horny
this
for
show.
marsupials?
Yeah, you want
Yeah.
that pouch, Daddy.
Ugh. Pouch me, daddy.
You're like
Ugh.
Jim Gaffigan rolling into a party. Hot bucket.
Daddy pouch, that's not my daddy pouch.
It's the daddy pouch.
Oh.
No.
All right, I'm
No.
done. Move on,
Courtney.
please.
Courtney, you've seen Cabin in the Woods now. That's like him saying husband bulge.
That's good.
And wait for the mermaid.
So close to the conch.
It was so great. Some of my favorite marsupials include wombats, Tasmanian devils, the sex-crazed Antichinus, which I covered previously, and bilbies. If you haven't seen a bilby, Google it. They're adorable. I love them. Frankly, all marsupials are very adorable, and honestly, if this was a visual medium, it would just be me doing a slideshow presentation of look how cute this is.
Oh, no. Is the Antichinus actually a marsupial?
It is!
Wow.
Also, for any Dark Tower fans, Billuby is kind of how I pictured Oi to look. Or,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just think back to, I think it was The Critic, where they mocked 1989's Batman by having Wombat Man. And they had that horrible scene towards the end of the film. I just want to know if we're going to try to love each other. And he slaps her in the face. He's like, no.
is this another one of those lies that you're telling off
Nope.
of your episode? Okay.
It's for real. Some of the like greatest movie parodies in history occurred in that series. It's fantastic. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's Al Pacino starring in Scent of a Wolf Man, where he's jumping
What?
over cars and saying, I'm ready to drink from the toilet now, Charlie. Ooh-ah.
Rap filming that
Oh
day, and
my
he was like, I'm
God.
never going to make it in Hollywood, guys. It's never going to happen for me.
John Lovett's high life there.
Oh, man. The Wombat Man, I think I would love that because wombats are, it's probably not cute, but I would picture a cute wombat the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So the common brush-tail possum is the possum that Michael doesn't want to believe in. They are native to Australia, and they are folivores, which means that they prefer to eat leaves, but they are known to move into cities where they'll literally eat anything that they can find in the trash.
Man, I thought that just meant that they were narcoleptic.
Yeah, I was like, they only eat
Fall out of
during
the
the
trees?
fall?
No, they're just walking down the street and just, hence playing possum.
And that's not bullshit.
I mean, checks out, not bullshit, no.
Sorry, they seemed really hungry. It looked like they were sniffing around it, so I don't know if you had some hidden.
In New Zealand, they're considered a pest, but in their native Australia, they are a protected species. The reason for that is there are way more predators in Australia, and sheep haven't realized that possums taste good yet. So, pros, cons.
Yeah,
What
they're
about
too-
emus? Have emus realized that they taste good?
Here we go.
No, but they have a
no.
night every single Friday at Rebel Lounge.
The sheep are just trying to run away from all the cliffs they're being backed toward.
In New Zealand, the only predators that the possum has is cats and people. So,
Oh,
It's
the
really
dwarves
nice to
don't
live
attack there, huh?
no hobbitses, no. The Australian possum comes in 4 colors. They have a silvery gray color, more similar to our possum. They have a brown, a black, and a gold coloration.
Okay.
What about the rose gold? Is that coming in the 2022 edition?
That'll
or?
be next season, actually.
I'm more of like a
Okay.
forest green.
It's where Steve
Oh.
Jobs got all of his inspiration. Possum shades.
Ooh,
50 Shades
I
of
like
Possum.
it. My favorite Australian possum fact is that they aren't aggressive towards each other, even though they put each other at great risk because of a lack of places to live safely. So when they're irritated at each other, instead of like hissing or fighting, they actually just raise their ears and stare at each other. If you've seen Shane in public, you've seen this behavior before. They're very passive aggressive. It's very funny.
I watched, it was like last week or the week before. I was on the couch just relaxing, and Albus, the dumb pug, and Loki, our boxer, were getting into like a play fight. And then Albus just started ignoring him, just literally just shut down. I was like, no, I'm done playing now. Like literally just sat down. And Loki did what you're talking about. Like his eyes opened up wider, and he slowly walked up to Albus's face and literally put his forehead to Albus's forehead. And that's all I can picture now with your opossums.
Oh, it's so great.
I was just thinking of the still of Jack Nicholson in The Shining, staring into the middle distance.
Just that smile.
His facial expressions are the scariest part of that movie, I will say.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
the
you
mouth
saw it
movements
now,
are terrifying.
you know, and you absolutely loved it. You had such a good time. It was adorable how Shane was your life coach when we watched The Shining last week.
He's like, okay, this is what's coming. I was like, okay.
Gonna have some, desiccated and water decrepit boobies floating up here soon, so
Oh.
It's
just
okay,
get ready.
So it's about to hit chapter 24, and when it does, just
Short Lamaze breathing. We'll get through this together.
My second favorite Australian possum fact is, much like Michael, they use clicks, grunts, hisses, alarm chatters, guttural coughs, and screeching to communicate.
and that's not even when they're
Very,
having
very
sex.
No, that's usually just crying.
No.
Can't get warm.
It's so cold. Warm me.
Oh. When it comes to reproduction, because I know John really loves when I talk about animals having sex.
No, pun intended.
I've just come to expect this from you now.
Pun also intended.
Amen. Some males will take up to a month to court the lady before making babies. When the babies are born, they weigh 2 grams. Guys, that's like 3 coffee beans. It's so tiny.
You could snort that.
Yes, you absolutely could.
I thought the same thing when she said 2 grams. I'm like, oh, that's a decent hit.
What is wrong with you people?
Whoa.
Oh my god.
It's like they don't even weigh the human soul's weight.
You're telling me you wouldn't snort a baby opossum?
Man, that trip goes for days.
Weasels, possums,
Listen,
seals.
we
I want to
did-
kill myself.
We did the gerbil episode already about things being placed in inappropriate orifices. We don't need to go there again.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
Release the Shane cut.
Why does that sound like Damn the Torpedoes?
They deserve to know. Belongs in a museum. That's where it belongs. Anyway.
The tiny baby possums stay in the mother's pouch for 4 to 5 months before they're able to emerge and basically survive on their own. And they actually have a much longer lifespan than I would have imagined in the wild. 13 years if they don't get eaten by something else. So it's pretty good.
Pretty good run.
Really? Is that bullshit?
No.
Huh.
When they emerge
so-
from their mother, do they have that, comfortable to hold pouch that keeps them insulated and you can still, get them to your mouth?
What?
The crisping pouch for the Hot Pocket. Yeah. That little sleeve. It's very important.
Makes them nice and crispy.
You can't handle it unless you got asbestos hands and you work in the food industry. I mean, you
Oh no.
I
Yeah,
love
you can't
this
just-
for you.
Guys, don't eat possums. I didn't think that was something I needed to tell you.
what if they're
Wait,
into it?
why?
Oh,
If
Why
I get
can't we
permission,
eat-
Consent.
So
Yeah. Also, oh, go ahead. Sorry. This is your,
No,
this
go
is,
ahead.
No, this is your show. I'm sorry.
No. This is your
No,
show.
I don't have a show.
Yes, you do.
There's no show for me.
Actually, you do. It's not associated
I
with
have
this
a-
one, but
Just because
No,
you've been mentioning,
as Shane mentioned, not my show.
since you've been mentioning New Zealand and Australia, flashbulb memory of my coworker telling me that he's ate kangaroo, and that in
Oh, I've eaten kangaroo.
have you? Okay, so
Yeah.
like possums, like that's no, but a kangaroo, that's
kangaroo,
fine.
totally fine.
Well, so that's funny that you mentioned that because possums are closely related to kangaroos. They're also marsupials.
Mhm.
Kangaroo
I heard it's
is also
gamey.
considered a pest. In Australia, they actually there's a place, I don't know if it's still open, but there was actually a ranch in the I want to say it was like Minnesota or something that was actually farm raising kangaroos. And I believe the one I had was sourced from there.
Okay.
But it's super tough. Like,
That's
it's not
yeah.
good. Like, I don't know why you'd want to eat it.
I mean, the difference is between that and the possum is that the kangaroo can defend itself.
Yeah, I
As
saw,
Michael has taught
And it
us.
can.
yeah, I saw a video once of a kangaroo fighting a man. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite videos to watch.
Indeed. I wrestled a bear once.
Johnny Trombone fucking punched him so hard that his knees turned into trombones. It was fucking crazy.
Look, I watched Kangaroo Jack that one time, and I wouldn't mess with kangaroos.
Is that
so.
the one with the
Yeah,
kangaroo with the sunglasses?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name? Joey?
That's a reference for Michael.
little bitch ass named Joey.
It feels his speed.
Oh, you're not wrong.
So now to move on to my beautiful, perfect Virginia opossums. They eat whatever the fuck they can get their hands on of ores. They literally don't care. They'll eat whatever. And the reason they're able to do that is they have 50 adorable little dagger teeth. Crazy. It's more than any other Northern American
You're crazy
land
girl.
mammal.
That's incredible.
And not only that, but the most teeth from any other land mammal in North America is 6. They have 10 incisors. So, like, you don't really want a bite from them. It's going to hurt pretty bad.
But they could probably handle kangaroo meat pretty easily.
True.
That's probably true. But they actually, one of my articles, I thought this was so funny. The line was like, and the possum loves to eat persimmons in the fall. And I was like, oh, they're so classy.
Having little
That's
tea
pretty bougie
parties.
of them.
Just
Yeah.
sipping on
I'm
tea.
like, must be nice to have access to all these free persimmons that they're eating.
Don't even have a job.
take a nice red.
Good year.
Do you
Yes.
have a chablis?
I like the merlet.
That actually is how I would imagine them sounding.
Indeed.
What?
That's the exact voice.
Are your persimmons in season?
Kind of like almost German, but not.
It's a cross
They're
between
from
like
Virginia.
like Daleks and the Monarch, just kind of fused together.
They can be from Virginia all they want, but they're imposters. So
They would have cute little Southern accents. It would be adorable.
Imposter possum.
can you throw a slight Southern accent onto that?
Why, in fact, I can. Excuse me, I ordered my tablet like 20 minutes ago.
And now you're the water boy, but I'll accept it.
Indeed.
So they usually prefer to stick to fruit, like persimmons.
Yeah.
They'll eat insects. They are known, unfortunately, to resort to
Whoa.
cannibalism in captivity.
Let's put a space there. Hold on. Insects.
No.
Because not everybody involves food in their bedroom forays, okay?
Missing out. You're missing out.
Just thinking of possums
Okay.
feeding each other grapes.
No, persimmons.
Persimmons, yeah.
Yeah.
Get me right in my dirt button while you feed me.
Same.
They also do something that's actually really beneficial to humans, which is they eat about 5,000 ticks a season, which really helps reduce the spread of Lyme disease. Possums are really cool because they have a low body temperature, so they're not susceptible to rabies. And they also have immunity to most snake bites and most snake venom.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why aren't they the greatest threat to a snake versus a mongoose?
Or a
Because
honey badger.
mongooses are so cute.
Oh, here we go with cute animals again. What isn't a cute animal?
Yeah. What is an
Yeah,
animal that you
yeah,
do
I-
not find cute?
Yeah.
Capybara?
No,
Don't
those are
you-
cute.
I was like, don't you
No,
besmirch there.
see, you're thinking capybara. I said crapybara. That is a capybara that's covered in shit.
Yeah, no, that one might be less cute.
See, there you go.
Wow, so Beauty's
What
only
about,
skin
what
deep,
ab-
or I guess shit deep with her.
What about a sloth?
No, they're cute.
Okay.
I think you will be hard. Like, there's certain types of
Platypus.
snakes that are really cute. Platypus are cute.
Yeah, they're adorable. So derpy.
Okay,
They're my
king
spirit
cobra.
Less cute.
Ah,
no.
okay, we found the
But
line.
have you ever seen the little hog-nosed snakes that people keep as pets? They're so cute.
I hate snakes. The only
I
thing
have
Harrison
these
Ford and I
snakes.
have in common.
Wrong. They also are known to enjoy roadkill from time to time, which is really ironic because they are most often killed by cars.
Mm.
So you ever like go get a snack and then the snack puts you in harm's way? That's pretty much Possum's favorite thing.
It's a snack
Same.
that bites back. I mean, they are from the South. How would they not like roadkill?
It's kind of like when you go out and you see Michael drinking and you're like, oh, he's gonna pay for that later. That's gonna be a bummer.
You got any good ones
Roadkill.
lately? Any aggressive hangovers there, Miguel?
No.
Proud of you and your liquid death. You silly.
He's not paying anybody to
shirt-wearing
clean his
looking-ass,
bathroom
having-ass
anymore.
bitch. Yeah, I don't want to see what his bathroom looks like when someone's not cleaning it for him.
He has to be more careful now.
I got to aim.
Do you want
Yeah.
ants? Because that's how you get ants.
So when he's there just slamming pickled eggs into his mouth at 3:30 in the morning while he's commenting on the wonders of Animal Planet programming, he's got to be a little more aware of his environment.
How the fuck do you know that I do that?
I have been around you. You just don't fucking remember, you blackout drunk.
That's fair.
You guys have shared
Man,
a
Animal
moldy
Planet.
cheese sandwich more than twice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, had roadkill on it.
Delicious.
Possum.
Oh, possum.
Oh, bova.
So opossums are one of two species of marsupials that live north of Mexico. The other one is the ring-tailed cat, which is actually native to Arizona. They are on your driver's license. So if you have one of the new really bendy driver's
Bullshit.
license, if you look really true. If you look really close, you can see the tail kind of curve around. It's on a tree branch. True story.
Man, I thought the only one that lived above Mexico was Paul Gossert.
And pro tip, if you go to the Phoenix Zoo, they do have a ring-tailed cat. He does zoomies around 3 p.m. Because that's when they bring him snacks. So if you ever want to see him actually not sleeping, that's the time to go.
I thought you were implying that was where you could see Paul Gossert.
I thought so too.
And it's also where you can see Paul Gossert.
That might be his name. I don't know. We
That-
haven't been properly
It is now.
It
introduced.
seems to be where he zooms from whenever I see him doing press commentary or something. He manically just shakes and shivers like he's snorted cocaine.
Like Harry
Probably
Carey.
has.
Gotta love Arizona representatives.
Ugh.
Especially ones that not even their parents or a family want to vote for.
I was like,
They
not to
made
get
ads
political.
saying
Yes.
not to vote for him.
I never
Yeah.
thought I would look back on the days of like J.D. Hayworth and Senator McCain as like the good old days.
I know, right?
It's like when
Oh,
you look back
no.
at the Bush administration post-Trump and you went like, man, I didn't realize it could get worse.
Oh.
Oof.
Indeed.
Thank you, Cursin Cinema.
Ugh.
Who?
I got a around the for you, just waiting the next time I see you on campus. I didn't say that.
I was
That's
gonna
just
say-
been bleeped out.
I was going to say, that's definitely a bleep. If I've ever heard a bleep, That was a bleep.
I'm gonna bleep it so that it sounds very suggestive.
I would in no way a duly appointed representative
Michael.
of the government.
Michael, you should throw the intro clip that did make it on the episode next week as the edit. The don't put whatever in my ass.
Don't put Kirsten Cinema in my ass.
Well, not with that attitude.
There you
She's
go.
a bad dragon.
Just float that
No.
for sure.
No question. And she's the spitting variety, from what I can tell.
Oh my god.
Because she's a quitter.
Oh, she'll swallow. You just got to pay her extra.
True that.
I don't know. She's really into filling Buster.
That's my dog, you sick fuck.
That was good.
Anyways, guys, it's possum time.
Mm.
So
And you
Wait. It's possum time.
Oh no.
So American possums. I'm just gonna call them possums the rest of the time. We're done with the Australian
Okay.
ones. We're just gonna talk about the plain,
Damn
my
it.
favorite
plain
possum.
Jane.
Michael was so looking forward to the O-face.
No, I was not. Far from it.
He wouldn't know what that
I
looked
didn't
like.
know it until I was but a
Um,
man.
And you
think this
gives you power over me?
So they're about the size of an average house cat, which makes them perfect for bringing into your home and keeping as a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. They're not good pets.
Do it.
That's
You
a bad
won't.
idea.
Wow.
I absolutely would. If I was in Virginia and I was like, oh, look, there's a baby possum. Clearly it's lost its mother. It's coming home
Okay,
with me.
so our Michael lives very close relative to so we're far, but like Michael could go to Virginia, super fan, and grab you
Oh.
one, and he could mail it to you because FedEx will ship like fucking anything if you say it's olive oil on the shipping info. So like,
What are you, Michael Corleone?
FedEx facts right there. Hashtag
Oh,
FedEx facts.
Jesus. Yeah, if somebody would like to mail me a possum, I would really appreciate
except
I
I
also
would
like
show
that
off.
you think-
Preferably alive.
it. No, yeah, no, absolutely has to be alive.
She
I
won't
just-
eat it if it's dead.
Ah.
It's established.
I like that John's perception of how the great, nation of the U.S. is played out is that Texas and, Virginia are in close proximity.
Yeah, they're spitting distance from each other.
It's kind of like when you're sitting on the couch and it's like, hey, when you get you're closer to the fridge, will you go grab me a LaCroix? So it's, hey, Michael, you're closer. Will you drive
Yeah.
to Virginia?
No, I agree.
I just thought you were
think
going
you're right.
with your old standby of, I don't believe in Tennessee.
Why did I think he
I
lived in
mean-
in Ohio or something? Anyway,
Even still.
Ohio is fuck. Hold on.
Relatively speaking, it's a little closer.
John's pulling up a map now. He's gonna.
So if you said
Like,
like Tennessee, maybe Kentucky,
Kentucky, West Virginia,
even better.
I
Mountain
like-
Mama.
North
I
Carolina.
like your fancy words.
Well, if he was in Ohio, they actually do have possums in Ohio, so it would have been very easy to just snag one.
Yeah, but remember, nothing good comes out of Ohio, so I wouldn't even want a possum from that friggin'
That's
state.
Guys,
probably true.
You're being so reductive. It's only a 7-hour, 40-minute drive from Ohio to Virginia, so it's not a big ask.
Oh, yeah.
but he's in
If he was a
Texas.
real super fan, he would do it. Fly to Ohio and then take a 7-hour drive.
If he was a real super fan, he would drive the near goddamn 8 hours to Virginia, and then he would hand deliver it in Arizona. It would be like an adorable buddy cop movie where they go across the country.
Actually, in point of fact,
I
no.
love that so much.
If he was a super fan, he would send you bees.
I will give you. You don't need to send me bees. In fact, I had, and this is a true fucking story, and this is right when I was in the middle of rereading The Shining. I'm sorry for the tangent. So it's probably like mid-afternoon on one of my days off last week, and I'm in this office, and I hear like a buzz behind me, and I am very triggered from the bee infestation all those years ago. So I hear that, and I turn around. You fucking assholes, because you've made me so paranoid of this door. And I shit you not, the largest wasp I've ever seen in my fucking life was sitting on one of the blinds. Like a random wasp was inside. That I about died.
And then it took one of its like legs and it drew it across its neck, looking at you the whole time.
It actually said,
"You dead?
I've come into your house, Mr. Watkins."
Oh no! Does it live in your mouth now?
I'm the wasp that lives in your mouth.
No, I thought it said, if you haven't attended Harvard, you simply aren't the class of person I can consult with.
I was like, you officious little prick.
And frankly, I have been waiting for my Chablis for more than 45 minutes.
If the Chablis was a sandal that beat it to death, then it got delivered. Full
This
send.
is not what I ordered.
Come here, you little pup. Take your medicine."
I'm just looking forward to seeing John finally turn into Nicolas Cage and just start screaming, "Not the bees!" Ah!
It's happening.
Yeah, right behind you right now.
Nope. God damn it.
I refuse.
Fuck you guys.
If I look away, it disappears, right?
I realize like I have a
Yes.
crippling fear of something hiding in the closet when I'm going to from my bathroom to my bed.
Well, the only drink I'm going to allow you to consume while we are at Fan Fusion is Me and the Bees brand lemonade and or, honey tea. Like that's all you can drink.
The only thing I'm going to be drinking at Fan Fusion, or sorry, the only thing that I will have drank
Indeed.
at Fan Fusion is my own sweat.
And
Hot.
tears.
Okay.
And blood.
Michael, you always have to take it there.
You guys are just
Yeah.
making another list of reasons why I should stay home this weekend.
Wait, you don't drink your own sweat?
You don't drink your own blood?
I mean, not on purpose.
Anyway, so you were saying about Virginian possums.
Oh, look, yeah, it's possum time.
Yeah, they're the second cousin to the Texas possums.
Guys, it's going to be impossible to get through this episode.
Oh, no. That hurt.
My whole life is possum memes, so I don't know what you were expecting.
Indeed. Well, I'm about to marsue you.
So, we've all seen a American possum. They're adorable. They're gray. They have cute little hairless ears and a long little pink nose. Very adorable.
I was like, was this a Kevin Spacey vehicle I wasn't aware of?
He's been playing
Yes.
dead for years.
Mm.
Ah.
American possum.
It's a sequel.
They also have prehensile tails. Even though they're mainly land mammals, they use their little tails to grab things and like to hold onto low branches if they do venture up into a tree. Probably the thing you guys are most interested in is that they have 13 nipples, 12 in a
Nice.
circle and then one in the middle. I felt like that was really important.
So
Like
to
they're a
include because-
dartboard?
Yes. And that's true. That's not a lie.
That's a lot of titty.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, no. It sounds like, little titty, lot of nipple.
One man's trash.
Oh,
No.
Little tit horn over here.
Unfortunately, though, their litter sizes can range from 9 to 20 possums.
What are they, Irish
so 13
Catholic?
nipples- How did you know?
He has experience.
I
there.
do. I'm 9 of 9, baby.
And so hungry.
There's nothing left.
He's regulated to the center nipple.
Or relegated, but either way.
That's Shane's
Yeah,
girlfriend you're
regulated.
talking about.
Relegated.
He is John the Regulator. I understand.
I just can't believe that Shane's letting you talk about his partner like that.
I mean, Linda does have that many nipples. I've seen them.
Mother of pearl.
They also have little opposable thumbs to do little grabbies, which is great. It's very helpful.
No, they don't.
Precious.
No, they do.
Do they really? Oh my
Yeah, that's how they tweak the nipples to entice their partners.
Yeah, that's part of the month-long courtship process.
What are you
Do you
doing, you
like
step
the-
possum?
Ooh.
Ooh. Notice his
No.
prehensile tail. What's this?
Oh, I thought you were going to say notice his nipple ring.
I thought about it.
No.
I've never wanted to play horseshoes so bad in my don't laugh.
Oh, you got me talking politics.
Just
Sorry.
gonna lay back and rest my head against the wall right here and just let this carriage rock me to sleep.
I would pay to watch most movies' cast be replaced entirely by possums.
Yes.
Don't you remember we shared
Immediately,
that
yes.
roadkill in Chattanooga?
Never did give him that blanket.
And they all have little hats, and it's so great.
Of course.
So female opossums have about 3 litters of joeys, like kangaroos, because they are marsupials, so joeys per year. And when they're born, they're about the size of a jelly bean.
Like we were.
No.
No. Sorry. No.
Oh.
John was
Nope.
just envisioning eating the possums again.
No.
I was like, I don't think you can snort a jelly bean that well. That's kind of
They're
that's
not
kind of a bit much.
butter popcorn flavored, John. Leave them
That's some
alone.
small nose energy.
They're kiwi flavored. I eat them during Passover.
No. They stay in mom's pouch for about 2.5 months, so far less than Australian possums. And then they get out and they ride on her back. So if you've seen the cutest freaking pictures in the world, it's little baby opossums doing piggyback rides.
A whole
It's the
new
best.
world.
Well, and so one of the reasons they do that is so that they can learn survival skills and life skills. And then at about 4.5, 5 months, they're on their own.
Is that where George Lucas got the inspiration for Yoda and Luke?
Interesting pull, but I like it.
Or the Tuscan
like-
Raiders, either
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
you know.
either one. Either one. Really. Oh fuck! Obi-Wan comes out this week.
I didn't even know that he had a sexual preference, but
Just you wait.
We'll learn this week.
indeed.
Tune in to find out more.
Stay tuned.
Power of the Force. It penetrates us and flows through us.
Face, neck, and chest.
Like their cousins, the Antichinus, which again I covered in episode 129 in case anybody was curious.
They get fucked
you.
up and coked and fuck for hours.
No, but they also have a 2-headed penis. So sorry, there was a bug.
Wasps!
Ah!
Not the wasps.
Not the bees! Ah!
So unlike the Antichinus, they don't go into a mating frenzy where they need a 2-headed penis to mate multiple
Well,
females.
what fucking good are they then?
Hey, what's
Well,
the point if you're not
female-
going to frenzy it?
Female possums have 2 of every reproductive organ. So
Oh.
all the equipment is needed for one go round.
Yeah, but why the disproportionate nipple ratio then?
And why are they doing it doggy
So many
style?
babies.
Yeah, they should be doing it possum style.
Speaking of doing it possum style, that's a really great segue, Michael.
I'm on fire tonight.
Literally,
If
put
only.
me out.
Shit.
I'm living in a nightmare.
This is what I get for being sober. Huh.
Flaming
no one likes
Michael.
a braggart. Yeah.
Most marsupials are bifids, so they have double genitalia. And when European colonizers first came to North America, they didn't know what to make of it. So one theory was that male opossums used their noses to impregnate females.
Huh.
They're like, it can't be 2 penises.
That sounds like a European thing.
Oh.
Like, how the fuck does this work? Must be their noses.
When you said bifid, though, I was thinking about their apparently Britney Spears' third husband then?
I got him excited. I got him excited and he sneezed.
Oops, I did it again.
Achoo!
Oh.
Hey!
I swear this never happens. Achoo!
So now, guys, we get into all the things I have in common with the American opossum.
Other than the nipples.
You have 2 penises?
Other than yes, that's why that was in the prior section, and now we're getting into the commonality section.
You have 2 penises.
No,
She does
No.
own a bad dragon.
He has
Now
a
we just
name.
gotta figure out where the other one comes from.
I think everyone has heard the term playing possum. We mentioned it before.
Rosebud.
We all have we have an idea of like what that is. But I'm willing to bet that you didn't know that opossums have no control over when they faint. They basically get such terror and anxiety from predators that they just fall over.
It's a panic attack. It's a possum panic attack.
Exactly. It's
Same.
not funny, guys. It's very sad
And why
for
is it
them.
hilarious to see?
He's got a point.
It's essentially how I deal with conflict.
It's the same thing as those fainting goats. They just stiffen and
Yes.
fall over.
And the other sad part about it is they can't control when they snap out of it either. Like, they could just lay there for hours after the predators moved on and be prey to something else.
Is that why you love them so much?
God damn. She's got a family.
They're easier to catch. That's for sure.
I prop them up on the couch with a quart of ice cream and pretend that they've done too many drugs.
No. So when they kind of just flop over with their anxiety, their eyes go glossy, their tongues stick out, and they can lay there for hours.
And they're the cutest they've ever been.
If you've ever seen me in public, this is also how I handle uncomfortable social situations.
That is fair. I have seen your eyes gloss over, your tongue stick out, and you lay on the floor for hours.
When
That's
you
true.
don't
Yeah.
go out.
Something you and Michael
Plot
have in
twist.
common.
The other thing that people don't know is to really sell the playing dead thing. They drool and they lose control of their anus. That can, depending on the time of
Same.
day, results in smells from the depths of their bowels or just shitting themselves.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Every
John's there right now.
I'm gonna-
I live in a constant state of being there.
It's really important that I do this because it's all too infrequent that it happens to be such a layup. But that's bullshit.
No.
Damn it.
Oh,
I
It's
hope.
possum shit.
So it is or is not real.
They do that. So that's,
They
that's
do
the thing that people
They do.
like.
and they don't even have a die for their doo-doo.
No, they don't.
But they pretend to
That's-
die.
Yes. Yeah.
Touche.
Perfect.
It's pronounced tushy.
So that's kind of the, like, when you see the picture of them fainting, you're like, oh, that's cute. If you smelled it, it would not be as cute.
Depends on your proclivities.
That's very true.
Depends. Yeah.
Oh.
And again, if they'd recently eaten or not, that does change whether or not they release their bowels. They also, their bladder lets go and they start belching. Like, they just have given up.
So it's me
Me
post
too.
eating my first Mexican pizza again.
Yes, exactly. Again, if you've witnessed this behavior from me, it's out of my control. It just happens to the best of us. Opossums are also really good at remembering things, but only if it's related to food. Studies have shown that opossums have better memory than rats, cats, dogs, and pigs when it comes to remembering which way to go to get to the best food option. Again, I relate. They can even recall toxic smells from up to a year after encountering them. So they'll know not to go back to that food source.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Opossums are also super antisocial and prefer to roam and be on their own, but will tolerate social settings when necessary for survival or mating.
Shane?
I feel seen.
You might be under the impression now that possums are really dirty and that they smell really bad, but they're actually considered very clean. Very similar to cats, they kind of lick their paws and groom themselves constantly. And they also are almost odorless because they have very few sweat glands. Opossums also make really weird sounds. The young opossums, when they're babies, make like a sneezing sound, like a soft achoo, achoo. Very cute. To call their mother.
I wonder if that's why Europeans thought that they reproduced with their noses.
What?
Constantly sneezing? I don't know.
You blew that one, friend.
Yeah, I did.
So baby possums make the little chew sounds. Great. And their mothers respond with little clicking noises. And then the males also use the clicking noises during mating season. Unless they get spooked, and then they're all super into hissing. If you have not seen a video of a possum hissing, please look that up. It's wonderful.
This makes me think of Michael walking through the dark going, Mommy? Mommy?
Mommy?
Mommy? Mom? Mommy?
So, based on all the given evidence, I would have to say that you could not figure out a part of me that is not fully possum. And that is my episode today, guys.
Well, that opossum was awesome.
No.
I'm going to take it anyway.
Dislike.
Can I get a refund?
Thumbs down, unsubscribe, take the fucking bell and shove it up my
I'm
eager ass.
unsubscribing from John.
Delete this. We're starting
I
over.
fucking wish you would.
Oh, shit.
All right.
I haven't been recording this whole
Delete
time.
and block me off everything.
Delete and block me from life.
Please. I'm wishing a motherfucker would.
By the eternal.
Shit, we didn't get any lies.
And the thing is, Michael,
And there
is
were
that
only 3.
we were swinging horde. Like, we...
Horde.
I'm not sure you're supposed to say that anymore.
Sex worker.
The thing is,
Sex
Michael,
possum, please.
the thing is, Michael, is at the start of this episode, you know, we were swinging at a lot of things and we kept missing, and everyone else on our team started making fun of us. So we're just waiting for someone to come up and teach us how to bunt. You know, we're just waiting for someone to teach us how to bunt.
Bunty.
How does your
Yeah.
opossum grow?
How does it?
What did we miss? Where are the lies?
Where be the lies?
Where is
Okay.
Here there be lies.
So the first lie is very specific. If you know folklore, specifically Native American folklore, you might have caught on to this. If anyone was going to guess this, I would have guessed it would have been Shane. But in the American Southwest, coyote is the trickster god of the Native people. However, in other regions of the U.S., it's actually a rabbit called chukfi.
Oh, of course.
So in the story...
No, you make a good point. I can't pronounce the tribe that you were speaking of. Choctaw? Choctaw. They're not native to the Southwest. They're not.
No.
They don't live around there. It's like the South, where the opossums. Opossums.
Thank you.
Opossums. Opossums.
Oh, man.
And that's where they are. I even had that thought, like, why is there a coyote here? But
See, I like that you're over there trying to put that together, and sorry, Dewan, immediately just jumped to, I'm an Indian outlaw. Yep, see, yeah, unless you listen to Bad Country, you're not going to get that reference. But my brother subjected me to a world's worth of torture when I was younger, and I will never fully recover.
That's why I heard Load and Reload from Metallica, so I kind of feel your pain in a different way.
I mean, same. I got both of those from him. They're still on my wall over here that were his CDs he bought initially, so delightful.
So my second lie is that the opossum is one of 2 marsupials in North America. They're the only marsupial in North America. Ringtail cats are not marsupials.
I was like, damn it was Paul Gossart.
haha, I knew all along.
I thought you guys were gonna get that one. You were sniffing around there.
I'm sorry, I failed out of biology in elementary school, so.
I don't remember anything I've ever learned ever, so.
The only animals I have to deal with are my fucking cousins.
You'd slug back a few if you had my wife.
Take my wife, please.
I beg of you.
And then my third lie was that opossums are super antisocial. That's not true. The largest group they have on record is a group of 13 living in a little colony.
Where?
One for each nipple.
True.
Is there going to be a Discovery reality show similar in vein to like the Kardashians, or maybe a dramatized version like Sex in the City, but it's just the group
So
of
like
13
No, it's
possums?
like
Meerkat
Real
Manor,
World.
but
Yeah.
possum?
I
Yeah.
thought you meant a discovery of snitches.
Yeah. I was leaving that wide open.
No shit.
I didn't know how to bite. I didn't know.
Obviously, you're not a possum.
No.
But 13?
Yeah. A group of 13 of them living in the wild together.
Where? You don't know where? Can we find them?
Out in the
I
wild.
would imagine
Capital
somewhere
W wild.
in the hills of Virginia, just living their best possum
Country
lives,
roads?
waiting to be discovered.
The hills.
Take me home.
Yeah.
To the possums?
Yeah. Where I belong.
Really got me rocked back on my heels.
West Virginia?
Jenna was like, so this is your special interest now? And I was like, wow, okay. Yes, it always has been, always will be.
I don't know. I think there's like a value in like reflecting on what actually interests you as a human being and diving down and finding the nerdy facts like you did. I think it's very interesting and possibly weird that my dental hygienist, this might be her first episode that she's ever listened to, because I got a cavity filled today and she was asking what I was going to get up to this Memorial Day weekend. I was like, oh, I'm going to go to Fan Fusion. I've never been there before, or I've never done like a con ever. And she was like, oh, came up that we're in the show, and I wrote it down for her. So if she's listening to this,
my sincerest apologies.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry you've seen inside his mouth.
Now you understand why his mouth is the way it is.
But remember, diving down on things you're oddly passionate about is how you get nose pregnant.
That is true.
If possum love has taught me anything. And if possum love is going to teach you anything, it's how to, find us here every wubbleless week. Because, of course, you can like and subscribe, rate and review, because we would love to hear from you. You can find us every Marvelous Monday on your preferred podcast provider platforms. And, go tell us how great we are. We would really appreciate it. Particularly if you've seen inside our mouths.
Yeah, that'd be great. A quick 5-star review, or or a review in general.
Indeed. And all of your preferred social platforms, we're on them. I guarantee it. And you can find us. There's a link tree in the show notes below, so you can just go explore anything. There's just myriad throngs of content over on the Tubes of You, over on the Talks of Tick, and occasionally on the Book of Faces.
Courtney recently had a really good poll with her post on TikTok on from a previous episode on how you poop. Or is it at the ankles or at the knees? So you can engage in those posts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I poop from the knees.
Wait, are you saying there's any other way to poop? Pants at the knees, pants at the ankles.
Well, you didn't say pants. You said how do you poop?
Yeah,
from
you
the
poop
knees
from
to
the
from
knees.
The ankles.
I stand by my statements.
Again, depends.
It's honest work.
Regardless, this is a shitty topic, but in any event, we thank you all for being here for another glorious installment here of the Disinformed podcast. I believe that is going to officially wrap it up for this glorious edition. And I'm going to say to all of you, please remember that Shane is saying, I hope something wonderful happens to you today. And so for the Disinformed podcast this week, I'm Shane.
I'm John.
I'm Michael.
I'm Courtney.
And zippity zoop, we're out of here.